Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Blue and Red Banter podcast. Back with me, your host, Nicholas Persakis, and
Sebastian Verdesoto.
going over today's insane games. Maybe for one, actually, I'd say for both due to end results.
Both interesting.
Of course, Man United, not for such a good reason. And, of course, Chelsea, more of a crazy ending, but more of a really, really good result, I would say. So how are we doing today, Sebby?
No good.
No good, of course. No fit today.
No fit, no tie. I mean, you don't even have to know. You don't have to search it up. You already know what happened.
Of course, both teams had the same result, but not the same outcome. Of course, Chelsea with a 2-1 win. United with a 2-1 loss in a game that Chelsea beat West Ham 3-0 earlier in the season. Of course, I labeled this game as the winner stays on game. It's a game where one of the coaches will get fired. Lopetegui maybe saved his job for an extra month because of this win. And I think Ten Hag is only making his job harder. I mean, you look at it, he had a win, a draw, and now a loss, right? I think that's how his last three results have gone. Win, draw, loss.
Yeah.
Last Sunday,
I mean,
regardless, win,
it's I think it's 7 or 8 games without a win. Something like that. Or 7, 8 games with only one win, sorry.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if they've won. There are 2 games before. 1 win out of 8 games is unacceptable.
No, it's completely
for
unacceptable.
Any team. For any team.
No, especially when you're for United.
Yeah, no, it's, the bigger the club, the worse it is.
Well, the more stick you're going to get, and that's why people were labeling it this. I mean, I think that West Ham, like when you spend, like I said earlier, when you spend as much money as West Ham do, it makes sense that they'd fire their head coach pretty quickly. But when it's United, you're already, that reputation is already at the highest it possibly could be, because I think they say it's the number 1 club in the world, I think, by reputation around the world, if not maybe number 2, number 3. But, what is it now, man? I mean, Ten Hag has just made it a banter club, and now it's even getting worse. So, at this point, give Ten Hag another 10 years, $600 million, and, well, he might do some good stuff.
Maybe a couple miracles, a couple of shooting stars, a couple of good juju. Well, maybe get us a win in the next month.
Well, I mean, hopefully, he'll still be there when we play you guys. That's my goal.
I don't doubt that, because if we have lost to, the lesser teams, as in West Ham, I mean, we gotta have him against Chelsea. We gots to.
Dude, if
it only
we
makes
play
sense.
You guys at Old Trafford, and for some reason, it seems like a bogey game. You know what a bogey game is?
No.
It's like one of those games that like sticks out and is like always harder than it should be.
Okay.
And it's like, so like for example, when we went to Bournemouth, that's like a bogey game. Like we should be beating Bournemouth easily, but it ends up being like one of those games that like ends up becoming harder than it really should be. But in this one, like
that's probably what West Ham was like today
for you guys. I
mean,
It is a really good. It's a good example of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's hard to say that when your team is also now below West Ham in the table. So I don't think that's
true.
Actually, I don't know if you guys are. I'm going to check that real quick. You guys are. Wow, you guys are below. That's insane. Wow. That you guys are below West Ham on the table. That's crazy.
Excuse me, we are tied on points.
Yeah, but you're also in 14th place. It doesn't matter. You're below them on the table.
So
we'll bring it up in a second.
We're only 2 points behind 8th place. So.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
So we got
3 points behind us. Now you're
team.
6. It's that simple.
Still a lot of race left to run. All right.
Ooh, the slow man went. The slow.
It's a marathon. It's a marathon.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
It's a marathon, not a
With
sprint.
Ten Hag, you're not going to win anything. With Ten Hag, you're not going to get anything. I don't know what your midweek game is. I'm guessing you have a Carabao Cup game this week.
I think it was against Leicester.
Not sure. You can check that.
I'll check it right now.
We play Newcastle twice in a row, but that will be on Wednesday. I don't know if yours is the same day, but that is for future reference. And our next episode of the pod will be, I think, on Tuesday or maybe tomorrow to go over the game.
Yeah, we got Leicester on Wednesday too.
Okay, so same day for the Carabao Cup games. I'm not sure if probably isn't the same time, but overall, Give us your overall thoughts on this United game before I give you my thoughts on it as well.
My thoughts? Oof.
Yes, your thoughts.
I don't know what my thoughts are. I mean, it honestly. I mean, when you just lose this consistently, like,
There's no thoughts anymore.
Do you even you don't even break a sweat, you know? Like, if you're like a fighting team that, let's say you win 70% of the games, you know, you get angry when you slip up, but when you just losing constantly, is there even a point to get mad? I mean, they just blew chances left and right. Dallo missed a sitter.
Dude, that's got to be up there for miss of the season.
Probably.
That's so bad.
He's going to get a Razzie for that one. And then you got the penalty at the end, which is, I mean, a little controversial.
Can we talk about this for just a second? Let's dive in. It's a 50-50. That's what it is. It's a 50-50, and he doesn't knock Ings over.
No.
And the thing is, the ref doesn't give it immediately, and VAR checks it, and they make him overturn it. But I don't know how there was enough in the challenge that they're saying overturn it.
It was also there's also a handball before on West Ham's side for a penalty for us. That's if I could find a direct analysis or something right now, then I could show
All
it up.
I know is
But
this.
it was the reason why people were so upset is because there was also there should have been a penalty right before that for United, or was a handball leading up to the play? No, sorry. Oh my God, it was a handball on Ings or something right before the penalty, right before. So they should have called it the handball before there was any foul play. That's why United were so upset. And again, they didn't get the penalty. I don't know whether it was natural position, but I don't know. Whatever.
Refereeing in the last few years has already been as poor, as we've all known.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, this game and other games this season have just been so bad for refereeing. This was not a penalty. In my eyes, this was not a penalty. The game, we played Bournemouth, and our game against Bournemouth had the most yellow cards in Premier League history. And not almost a single tackle in that game was a yellow card offense. And there's been
Games
multiple
gone soft?
occasions.
Question mark?
Games gone soft is the ultimate question. These referees are so scared of making mistakes at this point that they're just trying to make it easy for themselves, and they're just depending on VAR to make these challenges, and they're just making it VAR is there to help with decisions, not to make the decisions for the on-field referee. Mm-hmm. The on-field referee makes a decision, and then VAR can make a decision based off of what he should do. That's why it's called your third ref or your fourth ref or something, because it's there to be there, and they're supposed to be like, hey, dude, you didn't call this. Maybe you should just take a look just in case. And then the ref should be like, okay, maybe. But in this case scenario, VAR should not be the one who's instigating and overturning the scenario. This is not. It wasn't a challenge to the point where the referee who saw it didn't make a decision should be like, okay, just because you said it's fine, you do it. It's not how it should have worked. There's been multiple occasions last year. I mean, did you see last year when Nottingham Forest had so many problems last year? They tweeted out that they were gonna challenge the.
Oh yeah, huh?
They tweeted it. I mean, that was so unprofessional. Let's put it.
And
straight.
they got fined
Yeah, they got fined so much. It wasn't that much money because it's they can't fine them a ridiculous amount, but it was a problem, and it's a very unprofessional thing to do. But I mean, we all agreed with it.
Yeah.
They almost got relegated in a way because of the mistakes that refs were making. They had so many things to go against them last season, Forest. I don't really like Forest, to be honest. And they're having a great season, Forest. But
I like Forest. I don't know why.
Forest are sixth. They're sixth this season. They're having a really good season for some reason.
As long as these smaller teams beat the top teams, then
I mean they beat Liverpool, Forest. So
exactly.
Getting back to the prominent issue of this refereeing. Of course, Anthony Taylor is someone I despise, but
he's been there for a minute. You'd think he'd know better by now.
Yeah, you'd think he'd know how to do his job, but some of these referees don't even know what it takes to do the job at this point, man. These guys just sit around all day and do do nothing. Like I don't know. It honestly kills me. Like I don't know what they're doing sometimes. Like I don't understand how you could be so incompetent to make your own decision and like live up to it. Like in this game especially, bro. I don't understand how he could stare at the tackle and then wave away guys, and then especially after giving it didn't make any sense. And you guys lost because of it in a way. In a way, because you guys shouldn't have. It shouldn't have.
No,
came to you guys losing on the penalty.
Exactly. No, we should
shouldn't
never.
have came to you guys losing on the penalty. Let's take a quick look at the stats because we need to share the look at the stats of this game.
Yeah, winning a game off a lucky or a unlucky penalty is like the worst way you should win. I mean, that's like last resort. It should never come to that. And when you had the open, lots of Garnacho hit the bar. Dallo missed the sitter. You should have never ever gone to that point in the game. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
That is, like, for example, you guys both had pretty decent spells in this game where it looks like you guys had decent control. No one really took I guess what is the word I'm looking for, like, major advantage. I mean, both teams look like they could have scored hundreds of goals. I mean, look at the XG, 3XG, 2XG, so that's your expected goals. Like, both teams over or underplayed their expected goal totals. You had 5 big chances, but only scored 1 of them. Like, that's just not good.
Yeah, no.
And
I've been vouching for Garnacho, since the beginning, and then look at that number, 6.4.
It's hard because I remember it's kind of hard to gauge sometimes with the numbers because sometimes the numbers are very what's the word I'm looking for, like, incorrect. I don't know exactly how Garnacho did in this one. I mean, per stat wise, like, he did not perform well. 6 crosses. There's a few shots as well. I remember him taking on target that were just not good shots, and he sold a few opportunities in this one. But you guys were selling opportunities left and right in this one, so.
Yeah, I mean, selling opportunities is nothing new. The past couple of years,
nothing new. You guys can't finish.
And then you got Casemiro there with man of the match, and a lot of guys saying that he's not performing. So I don't know. It's like wish-washy.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistency, totally, dude.
And the fact that we have Amad Diallo on the bench, and bro does not get subbed in. He did get subbed in, but he doesn't get nearly enough playing time as he should. It just makes no sense.
It depends on how this game was going. It all depends on what Ten Hag thinks, but this was an interesting affair game-wise. You had selected, I think, the correct lineup. I think you went 11 for 11, if I'm not mistaken.
I did, yeah.
Except you did go 11 for 11. I think it was the right back and left back change that you didn't get right.
Yeah, I think we had Dallo at left.
Yeah, I think we put Dallo at left back, but I'm not 100% certain. But like when you look at overall stats in this game, like both teams are pretty good. I mean, shots you had more.
We had like double the passes too.
Yeah, because that's just how your team plays possession wise. Like you had the 57% possession to their 43. The shots on target, like you guys just took more unquality shots. That's what that basically means.
Yeah, that
shots on
that
target.
Garnacho and what's it called? Dallo shot just.
Oh, dude, that is
look
just
bad.
like the pinnacle of your season in this game.
Yeah.
How can they give him a 7.3 average rating for that after that, dude? Actually, he didn't have a bad game outside of that miss, but just that miss is just going to be everything about this game for him, dude. Like,
the man is just some like inconsistent, I guess.
Dude, all of your guys in this one. Delic, I didn't think was actually that bad, but they gave him that penalty. But I mean, dude, this was just a highlight of your season. This game, and you guys really needed to win this game. I think this game would have been massive on your confidence.
And we got you guys next in the Prem.
In the Prem, I'm pretty sure it is us.
Mm-hmm. The third.
We'll take a look at it in a second, but I'm pretty sure you're correct by it. This was just like one of those games where, like I said, this needed to be a win for confidence, and this needed to be a win for Ten Hag. And how much confidence do the owners have left in his ability? I heard Mark Goldbridge say today that they needed to fire the manager, after decisions with the squad and other stuff, he just came to the conclusion that he needs to fire the manager. And I couldn't agree more, dude. I think that the more you let this guy just sit and basically do whatever he wants with this team and select whoever, it's going to make it even worse and worse. But
I was thinking earlier, like Arteta, Arsenal wanted to get rid of him for because he was poor his first 2 years.
Yeah, but at least they were showing something, right?
And I think his second year they still got the FA Cup,
Something like that.
but the Prem, obviously, it kind of shows more of your team and if you're actually a competing team. So there's no way any of the fans want him to stay as long as they did with Arteta. But do you think that the owners say hey, he might be just like him? Because Arteta's going off now. He's going off now. He's got his players that he wanted. He's got his the system going, and he's going off. I don't think any of the fans will want him to stay as long as Arteta has and kind of deal with loss after loss. But as it looks of it looks like the owners are willing to put that risk in.
I think it'll depend on the risk they're willing to take and how long they think this project will take. I mean, I don't know.
And then you also look like Barcelona. 2 years ago, they were trash. They weren't even that bad. They just weren't they just weren't the top team like they used to be.
Did they win the league 2 years ago?
It might have been 2 years ago. But even when they won,
they still got crashed out of the Europa League. If I'm not
United beat them. That's bad. That's bad.
I understand what you mean, and I think that.
And now that they got Hansi Flick, and boom, they're right back to being the.
They're going crazy right now, man.
I don't know. Maybe City, maybe Liverpool would. Obviously Madrid. I mean, they still beat the hell out of them. But Madrid, those are the top 4 teams in the world. I don't see anyone better than them. And that's all because of one guy, one manager. Just one manager. He's 10 games in now. He's only got 1 loss under his belt. Beat the crap out of Bayern. Beat the crap out of Madrid. So, I don't know. I guess we need to find our German.
My friend was saying that he actually would want Xabi to come into this United team. I'm not sure how exactly he would fit in or how he would set you guys up, but it'd be an interesting thought process, especially with this manager market being so poor. I'm not sure. I think that might be one of the reasons as well that they're just not firing him because they just don't want to deal with the manager market as it stands.
I would still want Zidane simply because I like Zidane.
Yeah, it's a bias thing, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, he's obviously won something. But I mean, it's like we said earlier or before. It's impossible to lose with that Madrid team.
Yeah, so it's about if you think he could do it outside of a Madrid team, which. Personally, I don't know. Being out of the game, especially for coaching for so long, who knows? Who knows if he'd be able to still do it? Personally, I think that I would love Ten Hag to stay as a head coach, of course, because the longer he stays in charge, the worse you guys get, and that's brilliant to me.
Brilliant, yeah.
Of course, we lost you guys at Old Trafford last season, and we play you guys next week. I'm pretty sure is next Sunday's game. Mm-hmm. So in a way, I'm sitting here we should kill you guys, but is that really what's gonna happen? I don't know, because again, this seems like now I can label this a bogey game because you guys are so ass that I might have to worry about you guys. So
they're just gonna take all their anger out on you guys.
Are you guys gonna pull up for one game? I don't know, and then
probably not
be crap for the rest of the season.
Probably not. I mean, when teams, having home field advantage is always a good thing. But when you've just lost at home so consistently, especially somewhere like Old Trafford, that made his home field advantage even a thing. I feel like
you
I was talking with my dad.
Have really good fans, so if that helps you out at all.
I don't know. I mean, I was telling my dad, I was like, I don't even think teams are afraid to play us anymore. Honestly, they're 15 years ago, definitely they'd be like, damn, we gotta play United now. This is gonna suck. Now it's just we play United. I guess they were good, but they're trash now. It's whatever, and they'd be fine. I mean, that's why obviously they're winning, right? So I don't know. I mean, even I feel like United fans, they go to the game, they're they don't even know what to expect. They're I guess we'll try to win. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
After Ten Hag said he was fine drawing
Yeah.
in back-to-back Europa League games, like that's not a good. Like
Just
we said, that's
loser-
not a good.
loser mentality.
That's a loser mentality.
Loser. That's a second place mentality right there.
Oh yeah, it's like you don't even care to be going into the game before winning. Meanwhile,
I mean,
you
it's a little hypocritical to say that because like Mourinho said he was like, oh yeah, like getting second with United was like my best achievement.
Yeah, because he was talking about how your ass squad. He got
Yeah,
second with your
yeah,
ass
and I was about to
squad.
say
It's a
that.
little
Like that's how
different
bad
story.
that team was.
Your
Yeah, 'cause
team
it's-
was better than this team, granted, in my opinion.
Because
But
they still
like
finished second.
based off of United levels of squad, that was atrocious. Because like think about it, like he had to play guys like what Ander
Like-
Herrera.
yeah, like
no
Fellaini.
slouch to Ander Herrera, but like not known for his outstanding world class ability. All I remember for Ander Herrera is when he came to the bridge and he clamped up Eden Hazard because he man marked his ass the entire game.
We had
That's the only I
Fellaini,
remember.
the man.
Yeah, exactly. You're thinking about all these players that
The
are like
GOAT.
known for their being like the most average, and
Juan
but like,
Mata.
think about these guys. Like these guys would be so useful now for you guys.
Yeah, I mean even like look at Mkhitaryan. He's just like going crazy.
He's
with
doing
Inter.
great. For
He's going
Inter.
crazy. He 1 year out of the United, I think he went to a European final. I don't know if it was.
That was it with Inter. I don't know if it was.
I think it was with Inter, or he won pretty much every player out the second
Well,
year
yeah.
of United.
It's
Started
not
doing
surprising,
amazing.
in my opinion.
Sancho, Lukaku, I mean Zlatan. I guess back at well, he went to the U.S. after.
Yeah,
But-
he went to the U.S.
I mean, we just stink. We just stink. There's nothing else to it. We just stink. And if I was, 10 years ago, I would have been like, if I could get a United right now, I would. Nah, bro, I would not go. I would stay clear. I would stay clear.
Yeah, I don't know how people even think like. At
I would
this
go to like
point-
Birmingham City, bro. I don't care.
City. That's crazy.
I would go anywhere else. I'd go to Ipswich than United right now.
At least with Ipswich, you get more. You get a shit ton of playing time, so that'd be good. With United, you just like said the
Get a
bench all day
paycheck.
'cause Ten Hag doesn't like you.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, I don't think we should do this during practice, and then he would just banish me, like he did with Sancho. Pretty
Sancho
much.
called his ass out. Sancho.
You got to give it up to that, bro. Ronaldo called him out. Sancho called him out.
Yeah, and look what they're doing now.
They're right.
They're in better teams.
Exactly.
Segueing into the better
teams. Better teams.
We're talking about now the team that Sancho joined, and as well, Sancho did not start today. I actually don't even remember if he even played today. If I'm mistaken, I think he might have. No, he didn't even play today. That's right. That Mudryk overplayed over him. So
'cause
going
he
from the
sucks.
starting lineup, getting taken out in the 45th minute to not playing at all. But is this? I think this also could be a tactical thing. Like I think this game was a bit more open and free than a player like Sancho needed, and Neto proved that in this.
And Neto was like just that up and down that wing.
Dude, especially so for the first goal in this game, Cole Palmer played a crazy pass to Pedro Neto.
Was that the
who-
second? Was that the second goal?
This is the first goal of the game. in
No,
the
first goal
17th.
was
No, I'm 100% correct. Just let me talk. Let me
Okay.
talk.
All right.
Let me talk. The first goal.
But that
was-
pass, I know exactly what you're talking about.
dude,
Bro, what?
I don't know how he made that pass. Bro.
Nah, bro. He
He-
turned 180 turn, didn't look up, just right through the wire.
Because
Beautiful.
you have to look at it like this. He takes a touch, is going the other direction. He goes like from here to here inside, and then he takes one right look like this way look, and he sees Neto, and he immediately is like, okay, ping.
Bro, perfectly weighted pass.
And
It
that's
was just
what-
like a 60-yard pass, and it just fell right onto his foot.
And you saw
by the
Neto
time we
right
got there.
before he played the pass. He went like this because he was like, play it.
Yeah.
I'm beating his ass, and he beat him. He beat Livramento. And then he had the
He
chance-
dodged the tackle.
He slides through the tackle, and then he just plays it across the box to Nico, and Nico just all he has to do is put on the other side of the goalie, and it was easy. It was a great counterattack goal.
Dude, like, bro, they got to the other side of the field in only like 8 seconds.
Yeah, because
It was-
it's how it worked. You have the guys who had the momentum. Nico, nobody was even near Jackson.
No.
Nobody was even
By
near
himself.
Him. They basically were just playing like with each other. Like Jackson saw that pass. He's like, okay, I'm off. I'm running. And then Neto, dude, I think if Sancho started this game, he's not doing that.
You think so?
Sancho's not that type of winger.
He's not the work ethic, or he wants to get the ball.
No. He's not that type of. It's as simple as he's not that type of winger. He wants the ball played at his feet, and he wants to drive at the forward.
Yeah.
Not get the ball played in behind and run onto it.
Mm-hmm.
He's quick, but he's not Neto quick. He's not Mudryk quick. He's not Madueke quick. He's not going to make that run for that ball and get over the defender. He's going to be able. And Neto can. This was a great tactical play by Maresca, and he's only proving it more and more, dude.
All right, hold up. Is this a tactical play, or is this just great creative players doing their thing?
It's a mixture of both. Because you have to look at it like this.
Because counters, I mean, there's not really like a tactic to counters other than
but you have. But from what I just said, think about it. We know that Sancho likes to take on his.
Yeah,
man.
and then actually now you say that, yeah.
We know that Sancho likes to take on his man. Like, would Sancho have made that run in behind? I don't think so. I think he would have stayed where he was, received the pass from Palmer, and then just tried to work up the field from there.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Neto uses this pace there and that opportunity to get up the field and create that goal scoring chance, which he did.
That was a beautiful goal. I mean, it was amazing.
Dude, it doesn't get much better than that when
nice.
it comes to goals.
It was so simple too.
It's
2 passes. Sorry, 2 passes.
It was 2 passes, yeah.
And
2 passes finish.
United should learn a little something.
When it especially that's like a striker's dream. That's a striker's dream right there. Because all you have to do is be a poacher and get in the right situation, and that's all he did. All he did was use his pace, get past the other center back or the other left back, and just run. And then just get an easy tap in. That's all he had to do. His teammates did it for him. Like, he could, dude.
You couldn't put it on more of a
this wrong.
platter.
Jackson can easily score. He's on 6 goals and 3 assists, 9 goal contributions in 9 Prem games this season. And people were dogging this guy, and he's having an incredible season.
Well, I guess he just got the engines fired, you know.
Look, him and Palmer have almost beaten, I think, Lampard and Drogba's duo tally for goals and assists combined.
Really?
Yeah. It's getting close. I'm almost certain it's getting that close.
The Lampard wasn't that good, huh?
He's our top goal scorer in our team, bro.
Yeah, but if Palmer and him are already catching up, they've only been playing for like 2 years.
It's crazy to think that.
I don't know. I guess Lampard's more of a, I don't know. They're kind of slow back in the day. He was mainly a
goal scorer when it came to passing, but he was mainly a goal scorer. And I don't know how close it is between Lampard and someone else for goal scoring record, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty close between him and somebody else. I can't remember the name though. But dude, the second goal,
Palmer. Oh my God, that second goal.
He's class.
Dude, you cannot let him get space like that.
Dude, it was
absolutely
way
not.
Too much.
Way too much, bro. He was just like, nah, you're cooked now.
But the thing is, it's bad defending. It's horrible defending to not close him down. But the thing is, like, I don't know if Nick Pope was thinking he was going to go far post or something, because I feel like he should be saving that still.
Yeah.
Like, he went near post, and I think he got a hand on it. But the problem is, like, he has to be thinking to himself, like, he's got to be going far post. Because there's no way that he should be getting beat far post, like, when the guy's, like, or near post when he's there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, noggin. Like, that guy's it's just a crazy dude. It just proving.
I mean,
Palmer.
but there was venom on that.
Dude.
There was venom on that.
He ripped that thing. Especially they always tell you to go low. It's harder for goalies to get down and go low. So I think that also made a problem for him.
But there's no way that they should have gave him that much space.
Dude, it was good from Lavia and good from Reece James to get that to win the possession, obviously. But the thing is about Palmer, dude, this now makes it 7 goals for him and 5 assists, if I'm not mistaken, in 9 games for him. So he's way over a goal contribution per game. He's now, I think he's still in second in the Golden Boot race. I said before the season that he was going to take a dip in statistics because more players were going to start to get involved. And obviously, more players have gotten involved, of course, but his statistics are getting better. And he's only getting better as a player, and we're only seeing more. And this is just the beginning. He's like 22 years old. I think 22 years old.
Something like that. I mean, bro's crazy.
And bro is out of this world.
And out of those 7 goals, how many of them are penalties? Because I know last year he was just scoring penalties.
He had 10 penalties, I think, out of his 22 goals, I think, or something last season.
How many's got right now? Like probably 2. 2 or 3.
I don't even know if he's.
But at least he's actually scoring. Well,
that's hard to say. You saw him last season, bro. People were dogging him after he was already showing he was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And right now he's playing like he's one of the best players, if not the best player in the Premier League.
He said he was gonna get the Ballon d'Or. He said he knew he.
Oh, he said he definitely, when they asked him if he could win it, he said he's got a chance in his career, but he doesn't think he'll win it this year.
Nah,
like that.
I mean they're not in the Champions League, so there's no way.
He is a nominee for it, but he won't win it.
No.
I mean, he's up there for the most goal contributions for the 2024 campaign, I'm pretty sure. But I think, especially I think him and Harry Kane were like the closest or something for it or whatever.
Harry Kane's such a Farmers League merchant with them goals, bro.
Dude, he scores every game.
He's guaranteed the European Golden Boot.
I think it'll between Ballon d'Or between him and Vinny, even though I hate Vinny.
Probably Haaland too, no?
Haaland got injured, so it's a little rough to call out. I think Vinny will win it.
He's going to come back from injury and score a hat-trick.
I mean, the thing is, Haaland has, I think, he just scored, I think, his 11th goal this weekend of the campaign. So 11 and 9, right? He's 11 goals in 9 games.
Yeah.
So
he's a cheat code, dude.
No one's even. I mean, obviously, I think I just said Palmer. I think is still in second for the Golden Boot in England with 7. So he's 4 behind him. So
dude, I'm looking. If he has how many goals? He said he has 11.
I think he has 11.
Dude, United have 8 goals for.
Wait, that's before the registered this game, right?
No, this is what I'm looking at on Google right now.
Does it say they have 9 games played?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We have 8 goals for and 11 against.
Dude.
Cole Palmer's got how many goals? He said he has
7, bro. He's 1 behind you guys. Oh
just
my
1.
god, you guys are cooked. This just proves you guys are cooked to another level.
That's bad.
You guys are.
I think out of those 8 goals, I think we scored multiple goals in 3 games. So this is 4 games worth of goals. Right? This is not even every game we're scoring a goal. This is 4 games that we scored out of 9. It's atrocious, man. It's atrocious.
So let's hop into this little overview of the game, I guess. So what I get from the momentum of this game, it really was. It shows that it was a pretty mixed bag. Definitely by the end of this game, Newcastle were attacking more, but that's because they were throwing everybody else front, trying to get that goal back, and Chelsea were kind of just trying to settle this game out, which, again, just kind of makes sense. That's what you just do when you're winning the game, and you kind of just want to solidify it. But the main takeaway is that Robert Sanchez is so inconsistent. The guy's distribution is so ass. It's gotten worse and worse by week. Dude, this guy is just... He has showed the best of himself, and then there's games like these last 2 in the Prem where he's just been so inconsistent. But there really wasn't anything in this game that for him to do bad when it came to saving. He wasn't really the shots they were taking weren't really. You can't really say they were good shots, to be honest. There wasn't really good shots he had to make really, really good saves for. The only one he really had a chance for, I think, was a deflection one that went straight at him. But that was his hardest save. And the one for Isak that was a goal really wasn't even one that, was his fault. He's got to be playing in front of the man to try and stop the cross. And of course, it's basically on his defenders. But in a way, the other most surprising thing about this game is Reece James playing a full 90. Reece James played the full 90. And as a fan, you love to see these things, but it's almost like you have to be sitting there.
We should still break him in a little bit more.
Yeah, it's I was very surprised when he played the full 90. I was really thinking that, you weren't going to see it. Because, you had Cucurella on the bench. Of course, I had Cucurella starting in this one. Because I figured, midweek, he still played midweek. But at the same point, I expected, a left back to play left back, Malagusto. It says that Reece James played right back, but I don't think that's true at all. Or left back, but I think he played on the right hand side, so I don't think that's very true. Actually, via his heat map, he did. So I don't know if that's. I'd have to go look back. I honestly may be just chatting right now, but we had Cucurella on the bench, and of course he played midweek. So I guess they wanted to get the freshest guys out there. That's possible. And the fact is, if Reece James is fit to play a full 90 a week, it's going to happen.
Future's looking bright.
And that's looking really good on him. And this was a brilliant defensive display, man. You could see his heat map. He was more in his like central midfield role and like next to the center defensive midfielder. And that's going to be a role that he's going to do really well. He won all his aerials. He won all his ground duels. He completed a pretty good amount of his passes.
Is there any distance he ran?
I don't know if they labeled the distance ran. I would love to see that stat, though.
Because obviously, if he's playing like a lot more, what's this? Like conservative in a way, because obviously his main area was in that like central defensive area.
You sure here?
Yeah. Then he doesn't have to. If he doesn't have to run that much, but he's still doing his thing defensively, then I guess he's just a smarter player, and he could obviously go those full 90 right now.
The entire point, in a way, of this tactic that really helps him when he comes into the midfield, it's less on his legs a little bit because he doesn't have to do as much sprinting because of course like he's a wing back. So in the past he's been known to play in like that 3-5-2 where he's like the main guy who's bombing up and down the wing. So now it's more of him. He doesn't have to do like those high intensity sprints. That's what's basically it's helping him with. And of course Reece James has played midfield in previous years. I mean, on his first ever loan spell at Wigan, he played defensive midfield for them. So it's one of those things where he's played it, and he's known for being good at both. So, I think it's a very good role for him. As much as I'd love to see him still bombing up and down the wing, I think this is one that it'll really benefit his career because I think it'll increase his longevity. And I think at the end of the day, that's what Reece James wants is to increase his longevity in the sport. He wants to win, and he wants to increase his longevity.
Yeah, it's no fun for anybody playing for like 10 minutes and then
especially
tearing your muscles apart.
I mean, he was having
regardless of how good you are for those 10 games.
Oh yeah, last year this was so Liverpool game I think was the first game he started in like 9 months as a starter. As a starter in the lineup. So, the fact that he's played now 2 back-to-back previous weeks, 15 weeks against Liverpool, a full 90 against Newcastle, and I don't know, you probably didn't see this, but at the end of the game, they showed him, and basically when they announced that they blew the whistle, he like literally like laid on the floor and was like, I don't know if he was like gasping for air, but he was like, oh my God, finally. So I don't know if it was like one of those things where he's like, oh my God, I just played a full 90 soccer again, or like one of those relief things where he's like,
he's so happy that
he's so happy from not only they won, but like he could be a part of the team again. I guess it's one of those it's probably a mixture of both.
Pretty both, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But dude, again, another guy. Romeo Lavia played 53 minutes after coming back from injury, and he played basically 20 more minutes in this one. He was probably one of the. I think Enzo's a little bit more. I'm talking about Maresca, not. Okay. I'm not talking about what you call
the trash Argentina.
The trash one who was his replacement.
And look at that, didn't do anything.
Let's talk about that debate for a second. What do I feel is the more impressive lineup? It's this one. Easily, it's this one. Lavia and Caicedo together is like a dream. These guys are brilliant. I mean, look at Lavia's statistics, dude. You can kind of say he's obviously a central midfielder. I want to see him and Moises. I think by looking at their heat maps, you can kind of see. I think they let Moises roam free a bit more, and Lavia is more of a stays back in defense type character. Actually, I want to keep that up.
Do you think, or is it Lavia kind of just holds the area and maybe?
I think he's the one who stays alongside your. Moises roams free more, and Lavia is the guy who's going to sit back with your other wing back.
It's like I said, it was actually hunting.
Yeah, I think he's the guy they want to be roaming more to receive more. You can kind of see by their touches, 51 touches to 71 touches on the ball. So he's got 20 more touches on the ball than Lavia has.
Mm-hmm.
And look at their statistics. Each of them only had 8 total long balls, only miscompleted 1 together. Their ground duels, crazy. Caicedo had 4 to 7, so he was getting more involved in the play. Both got a lot of won their ground duels well. Both intercepted well. Caicedo had 6 interceptions, 4 total tackles. 6 interceptions is a high number for in-game, dude.
Give him the Ballon d'Or now.
Dude, he's up there. He's probably solidified himself as one of the best, if not one of the best midfielder in the Prem right now. This guy's on fire. Absolutely on fire. And the rest of the attack basically proved itself in this one. Neto was a brilliant put-on the left-hand side. He provided the assist in this one. He created that big chance, obviously. He made 3 of his 4 dribble successes, so he got past his man 3 of 4 times. He won, 33.3% of his ground duels, so not bad for a winger.
Mm-hmm.
And Madueke was okay. He had a pretty solid outing. He got past his man pretty well in this one. And he wasn't bad defensively, but he's gotten way better at it defensively.
He won the ball for the second goal, right?
I think it was Reese and it was either Reese and Lavia or was Madueke and Lavia. Either one of the two. I'm not sure which one it was. But I don't need to talk about Jackson and Palmer. Jackson is so good at hold-up play and getting the ball to getting his other players. The way he comes deep and receives the ball is just so good. Of course, now he's scored in back-to-back games in the Prem. The Liverpool game and now this one. In this one, he didn't even need to do anything. He was just in the right area at the right time. But the way he creates, I guess you can call it, he creates space for players and makes runs in behind is just so much more effective than his other striker. I guess you can. Is it a counterpart? I guess you can call it a counterpart, but it's more of just a competition in Christopher Nkunku, who I feel bad for in a way that can't get the playing time. But it's just
that flop for that penalty was atrocious.
I thought he really did get pulled at first.
Yeah, when you play at a regular speed, it looks like it, and then they looked at the VAR, and it was just.
Yeah,
it's
I
embarrassing.
Thought at first
that's embarrassing.
That of course you got the yellow because he flopped, but it's gonna be harder and harder for him to play, dude.
Maybe he's just a cup merchant.
He's at the I think he actually does have the most goals for us in all competitions this season.
If one guy just always scores in the Prem and the other guy just always scores in the Cup,
it's good to have the mixture. It'll be
you
interesting to see how it plays out. And the rest of the subs did their thing. No one really gave a bad appearance. I'm not gonna put a negative in anybody except really Robert Sanchez. Because I'm just not impressive. I said this on Sunday, I think, or I said on Sunday. Yeah, I said on Sunday. A top 4 level goalkeeper does not show this much inconsistency. It's that simple. You need to be good week in, week out. In the entire lineup, showed in this game that they did their thing. Not really much of any single person. Even the center backs, who got also low average ratings, none of them really gave a bad performance. None of them really gave me a bad performance. So it's really on Robert at this point. And Jorgensen, after his performance somewhat in the Conference League, he could be knocking on that door soon. So he's really got to step up his game. So he just can't be giving these mediocre performances week in, week out. It just can't happen.
If we got United next in the Prem, he's going to have a pretty easy time.
In essence, he shouldn't be facing many shots. But in a way, our defense has been leaky this season, and in the game where I don't know how many goalie shots we could see to United last year, but you guys do take a fair share of shots every game, and
doesn't really matter when you score only 8 goals.
It also doesn't matter when your shots are dog shit and you don't even hit the target.
And we miss open net.
Oh my
inside
god!
the 8.
Oh my god! It just gets worse and worse every time you talk about it. If you had Antony, I had to throw it. I had to throw it in.
Antony would have scored that.
Antony would put it away.
Who was it? Caicedo had that clearance in the box, when one of your center backs headed it back, and one of the Newcastle wingers took it inside the 18 and should have just squared it.
Yeah.
And my boy Caicedo came to save the day.
Yeah.
But to be fair, that winger, whatever he was doing, what an idiot.
It was Isak.
He should have just crossed.
It was so Wesley Fofana was like in a race with him, and I think he like stumbled over while trying to head it back.
Mm-hmm.
So then Isak went around Sanchez easily. It was like horrible from Sanchez. The fact that he just like dove.
He just like jumped at him.
Yeah, he like jumped at him and like he got dribbled around like he was nothing. And then Levi gets in front of him, but I still think that Isak could have shot it and like probably could have put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, he cut it back to his left.
He cut it back
and then
to
tried
his left
to keep going.
To strong foot. Yeah, he wanted to, and then him and like a few guys get back, and then Caicedo just literally just taps it in for a corner, out for a corner.
Yeah, I mean
like,
they were like screaming after though, because that could have easily should have been a goal. You know, any smarter attacker would have squared it or scored.
And then like,
whatever.
the Chelsea defense was like hugging Caicedo. Like they were like, "Let's go, let's go." I'm like, dude, these guys are menaces.
And he's like, yeah.
Because he doesn't speak English. He's like, oh, I did something good. Like,
we win the game now. We win.
Yeah, at the end of the game, they has a video of Levi Colwill, like pushing, like hugging and pushing him. Like, you know how you, like, shove people, like, let's go. He was, like, shoving him like that.
I guess that was just
like like he was roaming around like an NPC. Like, he didn't look like a real player.
Honestly, bro, that's just like I don't know if it's like an Ecuadorian thing or like it's an Ecuadorian thing. We got like no aura, no vibe to ourselves. We're just like regular guys, I guess.
It reminds me of Conte when he used to be like the ultimate like nice man. Like they would always talk about him in the shower. Like he would never want to get undressed in the shower with other people because he would be like, "Oh, I don't want to see you. You don't want to see what I look like." They always used to talk about him in the shower like that. He would be like, "I don't want to see me naked. Like I don't want you to see me naked."
That's probably Caicedo. He's probably like
he's probably the exact same person, bro. Like
Caicedo is like a little kid, bro. He's still a little kid.
He is. I mean, in a way, this is why I always say if Caicedo can just like, he's already amazing. Like he's already incredible. But that if he could take that one more step up, he's on the same level as Conte. It's that he's there.
But Conte was still like a kid too. He was like, "Hey."
Conte always looked like a little kid. He always talked like a little kid.
Yeah.
But he's still brilliant. He's still so good.
Thank you.
So sad we sold him to Saudi Arabia. I still wish we had him. He would start. I think he would start for us still, dude.
Oh no, he definitely would.
Yeah, he would start for almost any team in the world at this point.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think he would start for almost any team in the world at this point.
Get him on United so we can ruin him.
Dude, you guys need him. We
need him, yeah.
Trade him for Casemiro. One for one spot.
We'll put him in center back instead of Johnny Evans and Lindelof. He'll do just fine.
I think he would be okay. He'd have the shortest.
If we have like 5'8", if we have like 5'8" Martinez at center back, I think we'd be fine with 5'6" Conte.
Oh my god! Just like you have like 6'4" Delit. Like just like hovering the bench. Yeah. Like you guys would be so cooked.
We already are. So what's one more?
Yeah, what's putting Conte in?
Yeah, what's one more? What's one more? Onana had almost saved that penalty too. It was a great penalty.
I think his
great
penalty was
penalty.
A little slow.
He always like this weird thing where he kind of like he jumps up in a way, like he doesn't look like he goes down. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a goalie, but it looks like he like jumps up and then tries to like come back down. I don't know, but he almost got it. It was a great pen.
Do their thing. I don't know.
It was a great pen though. Unfortunately, we still lost.
Next whenever Tuesday or whatever day we decide to do the next episode, we're going to go over the midweek Carabao Cup games, EFL Cup games. You play Leicester. We play what fraud? Oh, Newcastle. We play them twice in a row. That's right. I completely forgot. Not sure how squad rotation will go for either teams. I'm not sure who will take it more seriously. Of course, I think that because it's a Prem versus Prem, especially a top versus top team in a way, you got to take it somewhat seriously. So I really do wonder. I think it will show a lot because I think that depending on who he selects, it will also show how seriously, one, he takes these competitions and how rotation will go for the season in bigger games as well in Cups competitions. Because I think in the FA Cup, we're going to see a lot more bigger players play later on in the competition. But when it's this early, technically still in the EFL Cup, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, when it comes to Ten Hag, like he's going to play almost the same lineup every single week.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't have anything called
have
rotation.
anybody.
You don't know what the word rotation means.
He doesn't even
So-
want to put in Diallo. He wants to put like, if he could, he'd probably put Rashford at like wing back, just for.
Yeah, you
Just 'cause
have no
he-
wingers left.
Just
and
because he
you gotta
doesn't
leave
feel like
Mazraoui
playing.
out
Just
there.
because he doesn't feel like playing like an academy guy.
You'd
know.
rather have Mazraoui at left wing than he would rather have start Amad Diallo.
Yeah.
At this point, who knows?
Johnny Evans a striker.
Dude, I'd see it all if he did something like that. I think he'd get fired on impact.
He'd be
Very
like,
immediately.
he'd be like, I'm a coach that wins. So I proved myself.
He'd be like, Johnny Evans played in the academy as striker
20
years
years
ago.
ago. 27 years ago.
27 years ago.
Kobe Mano wasn't born when he was playing CDM.
You'll have to see when he comes back. I think it'll be important when he comes back, but not like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid can save your guys' season at this point. You need.
I
to
mean,
do it, coach. You
Lamine
need
Yamal
to.
could save Barcelona. This English fraud could hopefully save.
Rafinha is saving Barcelona as it stands. So, dude, he's on some crazy form. But that's what we're gonna be going over on Wednesday. I do not know. We'll have to see. Monday or Tuesday might be one of the days it'll be either one of those 2 days we come out with it. I don't know, but
Maybe we just won't do anything.
yeah,
And
maybe
you guys
we'll
won't
just,
be able to live with yourselves.
Maybe,
Oh no,
maybe
Red and
it'll
Blue
be-
Bench didn't post.
I need it.
I need it.
I don't know. We'll come up with some kind of
You
conclusion.
can watch it
for
after Talk to Her.
Not the Talk to It podcast.
That
Bro.
is
We're
the-
better than Talk to It, bro. We're better than Talk to It. They
Trust.
can't talk about Anthony the way we do.
No.
They can't do it. All right. That's enough for this. That's enough chatting about a Talk to It podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. It's me, Nick, and it's my boy, Sebi. Thank you very much. See ya.